This is Sunday, the 30th of November. And so this is the last day of November, and we're going into December 1st tomorrow. And this is the 30 days of Christmas. I started on the 24th of November, ramping up to Christmas itself. But most importantly, to give you a mindset of preparation for evolution, meaning I'm not saying that you're going to start something new or even entertain that, but it's to continue on what you're doing or preparing to evolve what you're doing currently to the next step. My business programs Propel Your Business and Life. Activation program is to help you start, scale, and sustain the business and life of your dreams. And honestly, to do that, you absolutely must have clarity. That is the number one C of the 5C principles for starting, scaling, and sustaining your business. Being clear about what you love, that passion, that purpose. That passion is what you love to do, and that purpose will be revealed to you through doing what you love. You will not necessarily know what your purpose is, probably not. I started as a young gal selling Tupperware. And I did that not because I wanted to sell plastic bowls. No, 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 no. My goal, vision was fashion, beauty, but I needed a car and I needed money. I was a young mother and had just moved with my family to Connecticut, and I was living way outside of town. And in order to have some semblance of life, I needed a conveyance. My husband at the time was in a carpool, so we had one car, and so he often uh, drove that carpool. But more importantly, I didn't have a car. So that showed me, or I should say it this way, the program that they had, if managers, if you attain managership, you got a car. Wow. Well, I was 26 years of age, and I said, okay, I'm going to do this. And as I said, I had no background in sales, and I truly did not desire to sell plastic bowls, but it was the most incredible experience of my life. It gave me the opportunity to learn how to work with people, how to build a team, and how to have goals. It just was an incredible opportunity. I gained so much from that experience, but I didn't even know that I was going to get that. My why was to get that car so I could have conveyance and save money to buy my own car. So I share that story with you because I want to talk tonight about the essence and the foundation of building a business. And it's really, and it doesn't matter what that is, but it needs to solve a problem and serve a need, whatever that is. And it's obvious if it was a skincare brand, which I, years and years later created, that was solving problems and serving needs. That's very obvious. But between the lines of that, I helped salons get into skincare and medical and doctors get into skincare slash medical spas. So I was helping people actualize what their goals were, so to speak, what their dreams were. And then when I started my own luxury day and medical spa, I trained and helped others attain the success working for me as an employee. Now, here's some folks here. And hi, guys. Hi, Arden. Um, we're talking about um, tonight. I've been doing my 30 days of Christmas, and I'm basically, Arden, here helping you identify your dreams, goals, and desires and help you stay on course. Maybe you have a business, maybe you want to expand that business, maybe you want to start a business. It doesn't matter what it is, but it is about being clear on what you want to do. And that basically is the Propel program that I have, which you can access at propel.megandimartino.com/info. And there you can join the Propel community. You can also purchase the program, but I really advise you to join the community first and get involved with the community because there's so much information and assistance. But one thing you will get is an every day you'll get the Propel um, what I call the Propel Daily, which is a little nugget of inspiration from me when you open up your phone in the morning. So, but there's so much else. We do virtuals and we do webinars and trainings, and um, I have a podcast, but of course, this YouTube channel. But the podcast is archived on the Propel. In the Propel community, so you can access the past Propel deep dives, and previous to that was called the Propel, excuse me, was called Unique Leaders Live. So there's much more in there. You get a weekly newsletter from me, things of that nature. So there's a lot going on in the Propel community. But the 5 C's are clarity, courage, confidence, commitment, and compassion. You have to be clear on why you're doing what you're doing, that passion for it. And as I said, your purpose will be revealed to you as you're doing that. So there are several things from starting, solving a problem and serving a need. Is that is what you're doing, and I look at this every day. Is what I'm doing helping someone? Is it helping someone? However that might be. I'm not going to get into micromanaging of that point, but is it helping someone? Or is the product you're working with, the concept you're working with, motivating, training, whatever you're doing, is it helping someone? So does it bring value? And that's one of the things that truly has motivated me over these years of because that is my purpose is to help you identify your dreams, goals, and desires. And that is what helps me focus on my why and my clarity of what I'm doing. The next is how can I add value to the world? Meaning, I don't mean that you're going to um, leave your community, but the world at large. It doesn't have to be the whole world, meaning your world. Are you bringing value beyond what your um, specific businesses? Like, for instance, I'm very involved. This wreath right here is part of an auction for a nonprofit here in Georgetown, where I live outside of Austin. And but oh, there's another one over here, but I don't know if you can see it. But and there's a smaller one over there. It's really cute. But this is the lobby of my clinic, and we had an event here last week. And this is a nonprofit that assist, and the boy that's called the Georgetown Project. It takes care of kids who are really don't have a place to go to after school, and they feed them, and just a lot of activities, and just really, it's more of a nurturing or a smaller nurturing facility. And then the Boys and Girls Club I'm involved with here in Georgetown. So are you going outside of your world and helping others? Today, I helped a gal that is in a challenge. She lost her husband and she has a business, and it was time. It's time to help. It's just is. So on Sundays I go over and assist her. So again, that's not my specific business, but I'm there helping she. And I love it's a men's clothing store. It's really a cool place, very unique. I enjoy being there with she and her business, but it's also interacting with people and of course sharing my own business. And then lastly, how can I honor God? Am I doing everything I'm doing? Is it my own for my own, you know, aggrandizement and ego, or is it beyond me and helping, the kingdom of God? So it's something that I'm very conscious of what I can do. So I'm just saying hello, Daniel and Aiden. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this information, but do share it out and do subscribe to my YouTube page here, channel, and then do a comment because it really does help people to find me. But go to propel.megandimartino.com/info and join the Propel community. You will really not regret doing that. Give you so much information. But I'm also here every night um, for these 30 days, because what I want you to really own is that, you hear these terms on January 1st, new year, new you, or things of that nature. Nothing has changed. And if you really are not clear on what you're going to do, you might say, well, I'm going to work out every day. That might last for 2 days. Again, if you don't have your why and why you're doing it and what you're going to do, or why you're doing it rather, you're not going to do it. You're not going to continue on. So it's that start, scale, and sustain. That's applicable to anything in life. As I said, just not necessarily starting a business. It's any goal, any dream, any goal, any desire. You have to be clear on what you're doing. The other C's are courage, confidence, commitment, and compassion. So we've been spending since the 24th on clarity. Now we're going to go into courage tomorrow and work with that because so we have 4 weeks now. So each week we'll do one of the C's. So that's my 30 days of Christmas. So I'll see you tomorrow. To remember, solve a problem, serve a need, and be very vigilant to look at what is in your heart. What do you want to do? That clarity, that why. I'll see you tomorrow and be blessed.